I think Cam Newton is well aware that his NFL career is on the line here right now. He did tell us the other day in a post-practice back and forth with media members that he supported the decision to draft Mac Jones 110% because he feels like every team should be drafting the best player available, and he felt like Mac Jones was the best player available at 15. I don't know how much draft research Cam Newton's doing, but good for him if he felt like Mac Jones was better than anybody else that ended up going in the first round. But I think he is still motivated clearly by the fact that they did draft him. So you can, I guess, support the decision, but still be a little rankled by it and feel like, okay, but you said this is my job and I want this to be my job. And I felt like there was a pretty telling reaction that he had to that second day of minicamp practice where Mac Jones was clearly getting more practice snaps, competitive practice snaps. Again, this is a guy who's fighting for his NFL life, and he's seeing 2 and 3 times the practice reps in some of these practice periods go to a guy who just got here 15 minutes ago. I don't know how you could feel good about that if you're Cam Newton. It was pretty visible. You know, I won't call him sensitive either, Carolyn, but he does clearly wear his heart on his sleeve, good or bad. And that's always been the case with him. You know, I think that's been a steady criticism of him, is that when things aren't going well, whether it was Carolina or here in New England, he's on the bench, the body language is bad. A lot of times there's a towel over his head. You know, like, that's just who he's been. And, you know, it works for him. You know, it's a detriment, I think, in that case. But when things are going well, there's a reason the entire team feeds off of his energy, and they talk about the juice he brings to practice. And there's a reason why he's so beloved and why he's considered such a good leader, is because he does wear his heart on his sleeve. And I think that day of practice, he was really downtrodden. I mean, he had no energy, especially after we were seeing Mac Jones get all of these plays under his belt while Cam Newton watched. He would watch, hands on his hips. He really was standing by himself. He wasn't talking to coaches. He wasn't talking to other players. And that juice was just not there. Now, to his credit, he came back the next day. He had his best day of minicamp practice. He was energetic throughout. And so I think the Patriots coaching staff, Bill Belichick in particular, will take that into account.